Hey everybody, Bones here, Bones Garage, bringing you an update what's going on at the garage. So, 2007 Jeep Rubicon 2-door. We have come a long way on this truck. We have gotten a lot done on this truck. Last time we were here, we showed you we had the new shocks in. Well, we now have the shocks and the boots in. A little bit more work to do to get all that together. We also have the new stainless steel black brake lines in, as you can see those right here. These are the new wheel speed sensors that are in. Just got to plug it in up there. We also have put in a completely new, brand new exhaust system. New exhaust manifolds, all new bolts, all new gaskets for the exhaust manifolds to hook into the head. Then we put in new bolts for the head pipe or the catalytic converter pipe. New O2 sensors, there's one of them, and the other one is right there. So we have all new O2 sensors, new catalytic converter pipe. So both sides, you can see everything, even on this side, is all brand new. Then we have the mid pipe, that's all brand new. And the last thing that we got for the exhaust system that's brand new, besides all the hangers and everything and clamps, is the muffler, which we'll be putting in. We just painted the muffler because she didn't like it standing out in the silver, so she wanted it all flat black, which was no problem, so we painted it up for her. Another thing we did, you can see here, we now have the new lifted springs, so we gave her a 2-inch lift. She didn't want to go too high because she wants to still be able to get in and out of the truck relatively easy. We put the new bump stops in because the old bump stops were just starting to disintegrate. We now have all of the front steering and suspension completely in. So we have new upper and lower ball joints in. We put new U-joint, which you can see right there. That's the new U-joint in there. We also put new wheel hub in, new rotors, new calipers, all new pads. We redid all of the front steering linkage, everything. So all new tie rods, new ends, new adjusting sleeve, new brackets and clamps on that. Here you can also see the drag link. That is brand new. We also have a brand new steering dampener. Right there you can see the steering dampener. A brand new, nice, heavy-duty steering dampener. Another thing we did was we put in a brand new adjustable track bar. And the reason I like the adjustables, because whenever you move it out of what the factory had, you have to adjust for that. So if we push the axle down 2 inches, we're going to have to extend the track bar a little bit to put the axle back into the center of the truck. So we just go ahead and put the adjustables in there. It's really nice. If she ever wants to go higher, all she has to do is lengthen this. So very nice system, very nice way to go. The next thing we put in is we put in all new upper and lower control arms on the front end. So there's your new lower control arm. There's your new upper control arm. The last time I brought you here, we showed you the new bumper, all the new lights up there. We are now finishing up the rear. All we have left on the rear is to put the new lower and upper control arms in. But we do have the new springs, the lifted springs in here, the new bump stops, all new shock absorbers, new sway bar links, another adjustable track bar for her. And we have new brake calipers and all new rotors in here. So this truck is going to handle like it was brand new. Everything that was worn, we have replaced. And this is all stuff that the customer has requested. She had asked Chrysler when she brought it back to the dealership to do this for her, but they would not. They said it didn't need it, everything was good. And right here, I am going to show you that everything was not good. This here is the old hanger for the muffler. They call them isolators. Here you can see it was starting to crack. Now there is a strip of metal inside of these to hold them together, but this was starting to crack. So it was getting very hard, very old. Really no good. That is one of her lower ball joints. Well, you're not supposed to be able to do this with a lower ball joint. I mean, this thing just kind of flops around. It is really no good. You see how it's flopping around? That's no good. They're supposed to be nice and stiff. They're supposed to have some tension in there. They really did a nice job greasing it up, but it was old and worn. Also, on the front axle, we replaced the inner seals for the front axle. And the reason for that is she was starting to leak fluid out of the front axle. And again, that's nothing that's good. Chrysler said they did it. Don't know, can't argue with them. I was not there, but I can tell you that this one, and if you look at it, looks quite old. And it was only done a few months ago, is what they said. But I don't think so. And the reason that they won't do it, or they didn't want to do it, or whatever, is because they're a pain in the neck to get to. You got to take the whole axle apart to do it. Well, while we had it apart, we also went ahead and changed the universal joints, because these universal joints were just worn out. Again, this is another part that Chrysler said they did a few months ago. Well, you're looking at it like I am, and that does not look like it's a few months old. That looks like a 2007 universal joint. In other words, it was never changed, in my opinion. You know, how much weight does my opinion hold? Pretty much none, because I'm just a backyard mechanic according to them. So that is that over there. And there's also, when you try, this one here is pretty much locked up right there. It starts locking up. You can feel it. There it goes. It stopped moving again. So these are done. They're no good anymore. We also, because we had everything off, we went ahead and just changed the dust covers. We went ahead and changed the bracket for the wheel speed sensor wiring. They're just getting old and starting to get really rusty. Sooner or later, they're just going to break off. Same thing with this. And then it's going to cause noises inside the truck. We went ahead and changed any of the bushings that we had to, because again, they were just getting old, worn out, and starting to crack. In this one, you could see up here the cracks that were starting to form from the rubber just being old and dried out. Normal. This is all normal wear on the truck that they should have taken care of, but they didn't. Even the old track bar, if you look right here, you can see how the rubber's starting to separate from the outer sleeve. So this is also going to cause problems when you're going down the road. And that is one of the things she was complaining about. The truck feeling very loose on the road. The rear end, she said, felt like it was dancing around on her. And the front end, she said, would clunk when she would try and steer. And not only would it clunk, but there was a lot of play in the steering wheel. And she owns the truck. She bought this truck brand new. Most people that like their vehicles know when something is wrong. We listen to them here. We make sure we listen to what you guys are saying and try and take care of everything. We also, while we had it apart, replaced the wheel hub. And this is your wheel hub. And you can see this is old. It was starting to get grindy, so we have it all apart. Just put a new one in. It's so much easier while you have it apart. And while you're doing it, this is a torque to yield bolt. So change it. The heads were just about done. We just barely got them off. We had a couple, and this, I believe, yeah, this is one of them, that we ended up, it was so rusty that we couldn't get the 12-point socket to stay on it. We had to actually use a vice grip on this to get it off. So it was not an easy one to get out. And if we would have left it any longer, it would have been a nightmare to get that one out. The last thing, all of the fenders are now on, the new steel fenders. We just got to put the new wells, fender wells in there. We do have the new rocker guards on right there, and the rock sliders. So yeah, we're coming along really nice on this truck. This truck is coming along so nicely. And I'll keep you up to date as we go. We're gonna have the back end finished really soon. Then we're gonna put the rear bumper on. We're just waiting for some lights to come in that go into the rear bumper. As soon as they get here, we'll put it on. And we're waiting for a different grill. We had another grill that she bought on it, but she ended up not liking the way it looked with that Angry Bird grill. She thought it might look better, but she wasn't happy with it, so she went with basically a stock grill. We do have one of the new headlights in. We're about to put the other new headlight in, and then we'll put the winch on it. So we still got quite a bit to do on this truck, and get her all done, show you how she's coming along. Alrighty guys, I will talk to you very soon, and I'll keep you up to date. Have a good one. Okay, bye.